I could shed a tear to the ending of this Hunter x Hunter episode. That ending, Komugi, the king, beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, if this was me about a year or two ago, I probably would have just come in, tell you that I love this episode, 10 out of 10, and call it a day. I'm a little bit more thorough with it now, though. I go in a little bit more, I believe. Now, the whole planning thing, I'm pretty much, like, over it already. It's like, whatever. The planning thing, it's cool, whatever, but I honestly don't care for it. And I think at this point, I've seen too much planning to the point where it's like, whatever. Just keep planning, and I'll just keep watching them play Komugi at this point. Because, like, Gon and Keto on them planning at this point is like, yeah, it's necessary to plan. It's understandable that this is a huge threat, so you gotta plan to the utmost, but I personally just don't care to see it at this particular point. I just want to keep seeing Komugi, Komugi, Komugi. And to be honest with you, the only thing that this episode provided, but it provided it so well and in such beautiful, vivid detail, is character development for the king as well as Komugi and their relationship. And I really don't even feel like calling Komugi Komugi. At this point, I almost feel like calling her Queen, because she deserves it, and I just love the effect that she's having on the king. And this is really an interesting turn of events, because he's fighting with himself, and if you put it in layman's terms, and you look at it on like a regular aspect of what this is, you think about it, it's like, let's just say these are real, these are normal people. The king isn't an ant or whatever. This is a badass dude, badass reputation, leader of some badass people. And he's supposed to have this thing where it's like, you know what? I'm above all these people. I don't care, whatever. And he meets this girl, and this girl isn't perfect. She isn't, top model. But what she has to offer intrigues him to the point where it's like, damn, I could possibly change for her, and I feel like I am changing, but I gotta keep my front up for my people. And to be honest with you, the royal guard that said no when he was crying there and everything, I think that it was a possibility King fought himself from actually saying what he thought he was going to say about regretting stuff. I think there was a slight moment where he really was going to say, yo, I regret it, but he realized, I got to put up this front for my people. If not, they're going to look at me like I'm weak. I'm supposed to be the king at the end of the day. So I think that that's where he changed at that particular moment. But then seeing Komugi they're just destroyed, and then the fact that she is such an innocent and beautiful person that she didn't want to bother them, she's there getting hit by that hawk, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the royal guards that set that up with Komugi, with the whole hawk thing pecking at her just to fuck with him, or possibly even to just put her in danger to the point where she dies because they felt like she wasn't gonna say anything. So yeah, if somebody did that to her, he's gonna fucking make heads roll. Little bit of foreshadowing, I guess you could say, with the whole thing with Pito really wanting to fight against Morel. I think Pito would destroy Morel, to be honest with you. Maybe that's just me, but I think that she would absolutely annihilate him, because from what I've seen from her, she looks like she is just above most of these people. And yeah, if she does go up against Morel, that was foreshadowing. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating Morel, but I believe Pito would absolutely slaughter him. I mean, at the end of the day, it's fucking never Pito, baby. She put fucking Kite into the ground. I'm just saying. And overall, while this wasn't like the most craziest episode, and it did have some of those planning parts again, I feel as though character development, and I love character development, I love seeing it in an interesting and beautiful way of what we're seeing with Komugi and the king. I think that that's what this episode provided the most, and it's making you care about the villain more, while again, there's other parts of the episode that was like, whatever, the planning is boring, blah, blah, blah. When you get development for a villain, it makes things more epic, and it makes the story more like, okay, I actually really care about what's going on with this villain. And Yoshida Togashi is no stranger to doing this. He did it with the younger Toguro and Yu Yu Hakusho. He did it with Sensui. He's done it in Hunter x Hunter before. So he's no stranger to this. And that's what makes it more interesting. That's what makes it more like when they finally do get a defeat, or when they finally do go into the final battle, it's more than two dudes punching each other. It's more than just Goku versus Cell because Cell swallowed up people. Don't get it twisted. I'm not bashing Dragon Ball Z. I fucking love Dragon Ball Z. But I'm saying is that it gives more depth when you get episodes like this. Yes, this isn't action-packed. This isn't something that's going to make your adrenaline rush from all the action and punches being thrown and blasts being shot, but it will make you feel as though, damn, I got so much more out of this when the villain does go and possibly either gets defeated or whatever the hell will happen to him in the end. It makes you look at it like, yo, I respect this character. He's going up there in my top 10 villains of all time. I can't, like, get this character off my mind. And that's what is happening with the king right now and what's going on with his situation with Komugi. I love Komugi. I think the character is absolutely amazing after this episode. It's like, She don't want to disturb people in the morning, so she lets a bird peck on her? Amazing character. Overall episode, good episode. Some boring bits, some slow bits, but as a whole, the whole thing with Komugi and the king, beautiful stuff, beautiful character development, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go. I'm honestly at this point not even that in a rush to get to the stuff where they're fighting, because if it just keeps on developing this character, then do that first and then we'll get to the, you know, epic crazy fights later. But this is what's more important right now, and focus on this and master it to the point where we're like, yeah, this is a character I understand, and when he dies I will actually feel a certain way for him, because right now it's like he's fighting himself. The king is fighting. I want to be this disgusting creature that I am, and I want to be ruthless, and I don't want to care about people. But this girl is making me feel like caring about people, and she's showing me something that, she's making me feel something I never felt, and it could be love, it could be friendship, I don't know what it is, but at the moment, I'm just enjoying it, and I'm here for the ride, people. I'm here for the ride, so I'm gonna give this one 7.5 out of 10. Good episode. Let me know what you think, though. Did you feel like that really strong emotion like I felt at the end of the episode, what was going on with the king and Komugi? Did you just ultimately feel like, damn, that's love right there? And Pito versus Morel, do you think that it would be an onslaught, Morel just getting destroyed, or you think Morel has a trick up his sleeve, you know, a trick or two to putting Pito down? Let me know in the comment section below and your overall thoughts of this episode. Again, I could shed a tear to that ending because it was beautifully done. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and thumbs up for that beautiful romantic relationship on the horizon between Komugi and the king. A blind girl that plays Gungi with boogers on her face and an ant.